is Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this video finds you safe and well. A little while ago, I started to notice the first appearance challenge was going around the neighborhood of YouTube. Basically where a channel would nominate 3 other channels to show 10 first appearances. Basically, a lot of people were showing some pretty high grade and valuable first appearance books. And I decided in my mind that I was quietly putting together an idea of what I would do. Patiently waiting my turn to be nominated. Well, it kind of went around the circle of friends that I know pretty well. And it actually got to Pop's attic. Now, Pops is the father of Mark, who runs the Legion of Comics YouTube channel. His father, Pops, was challenged and actually came on the Legion of Comics YouTube channel and showed off some of his books. It was quite the eclectic collection of first appearances. And at the end of that, well, Pops challenged me. And I thought, as he began to say my name, great. Now I got this fabulous idea. I'm going to use it. It's going to be great. Can't wait. And that idea was I'm going to show all my early Amazing Spider-Man Rogue Gallery comic books. You know, right from issue 20 down to issue number 1. I'm going to show the best of the Rogue Galleries for the franchise of Marvel Comics. Well, Pops then said this.
But that's it. That is my 10 first appearance challenge. I understand I'm supposed to pass this on to 3 other people, so I'd like to see first appearances from the collections of Chris the Comic Vet. And I challenge Chris to bring something to the table that's not the franchise. That would be interesting. And
yeah. So he challenged me not to use any Spider-Man comic books. I'm a little bit of a Spider-Man fan. Well, Pops, challenge accepted. Let's get right into it. My first comic book that I want to do for the first appearance challenge is this. The first appearance of Superman in that. Nah, it's just a reprint. Doesn't really count. Let's not do that. Let's not show reprints. What I'm going to do is show some graded books that are modern, some graded books that are not so modern, some raw books that are modern, and some raw books that are not modern. But everything that they have in common is that they mean something to me. I'm not going to be here and flex a $4,000 or $5,000 comic book. I'm going to show comic books that mean something to me and the first appearance of the characters that I want to talk about. The first one is a modern. This is 9.8 Jenny Frison variants of Something is Killing the Children, issue number 1, the first appearance of Erica Slaughter. Now, if you're a fan of my channel, or if you just happen to catch me on other people's channels, you'll know that I sing the praises of this fantastic story where we have a heroine that is non-sexualized, and is just out there to kick butt and take down monsters. And it's refreshing. As someone that grew up reading comic books in the 80s and the 90s, seeing women as objects, it's quite refreshing to have this particular character, and that's why I decided to go with that one. Number 2, to stick with powerful females, this is Uncanny X-Men, issue 130, the first appearance of Dazzler. Again, Dazzler is a mutant that's in the X-Men world that's actually been featured in one of the X-Men films, maybe 2. Either way, Dazzler was a character that I always kind of enjoyed in the 80s as I was growing up reading comic books at that point, and to have my hands on her first appearance, even though it's just a mid-grade raw copy, I'm quite proud of it. This is a book that I remember picking or getting picked up for me or finding at a very young age and reading it and just being captivated. Oh, so this is how Dazzler is introduced to the Marvel Universe. Number 2 of the first appearance challenge is Dazzler, the Uncanny X-Men 130. One of my favorite villains to be created in the last 5 years, it seems, maybe 10 years, is the Batman Who Laughs. This is Teen Titans issue 12, cover A, for the first appearance of the incredibly sinister Batman Who Laughs. The Batman Who Laughs, ever since he's shown up, has been a mainstay in whatever continuity storyline that DC seems to be telling. It's only in the last 4 or 5 months where we haven't seen much of the Batman Who Laughs. But I'm looking forward to them bringing him back through the whole Metal and Dark Knights and that whole multiverse where things have gone upside down. The one that was the central character to all of those storylines was the Batman Who Laughs. Fell in love with the character. That's why he's number 3. Number 4 is actually a first appearance of a team. This comes from the Uncanny X-Men universe again, from 1979. This is issue 121, the first full appearance of that Canadian super team, Alpha Flight. Now I know what you're thinking. Chris, you're doing this because it's a Canadian team. No, I actually really enjoyed this storyline, how it tied into Wolverine, and more importantly, how it ended up spinning off their own series, another series that I really enjoyed, where they actually killed off the main character and actually replaced the main character with his wife as the leader of the team. So yeah, number 4 on my first appearance challenge is Alpha Flight from Uncanny X-Men 121. All right, since let's continue with that team thought into issue 5. Number 5 is going to be DC Comics Presents Superman and the Green Lantern. Number 26. This is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. Very cool book. Very cool book. Teen Titans today is still incredibly relevant, and I'm glad to have this book. I actually won this book from Torpedo Comics in a mystery box a couple of years ago. So it's still around. I'm still proud of it, and I hope one day to actually get it graded because it does seem like it's in good shape. But yes, the new Teen Titans, DC Comics Presents Superman and the Green Lantern, issue 26. Up next, we'll go back to the world of X-Men, and we're going to go into the relaunching of X-Men in the early 90s, where everyone and their mother was buying up those X-Men books because they thought they were going to be able to pay for their university education. Sadly, that didn't happen with those particular X-Men books. However, there is an X-Men book from that series that did kind of gain some value. However, it's the villain, and you're probably going to guess where I'm going with this. The villain that I quickly fell in love with. Just so damn cool looking. Anyways, that one I'm talking about is from X-Men number 4. The first full appearance of Omega Red. Yeah, just a very cool villain. Very cool villain. Actually hope that Omega Red starts coming around again in comics. It's been quietly gone for a while. We'll leave it at that. Gone for a while. X-Men 4, the first appearance of Omega Red. Okay, now let's go back in time a little bit and let's talk about some foundation type of characters when it comes to the cosmic part of the Marvel Universe. The book I'm going to be showing is actually signed by Stan Lee. It's Strange Tales 138 from November 1965. Strange Tales 138 features the first full appearance of Eternity. As you can see, this is a Nick Fury and Doctor Strange comic book. On the cover we have Nick Fury looking like he's getting shot up in the chest. But right above Nick Fury you can see that Stan the Man autographed that book. But yes, the first appearance of Eternity. And if you're a fan of the Fantastic Four, or Thanos, for example, or even the Eternals, you know how important Eternity actually is to the entire Marvel Universe on the cosmic level. Okay, let's bring it back to significantly more modern times, where DC, on the heels of the success of The Batman Who Laughs, decided to give themselves another villain, but this time they're going to go female. And Year of the Villain, Hill Arisen number 3 features the first appearance of Punchline. Now, Punchline has been both well received and not so well received. I, however, enjoy Punchline. I'm hoping that in the hands of the right writer, Punchline could significantly start to lift up in the normal DC continuity that we're going through today. So yes, Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen number 3, the first full appearance of Punchline. The second last book is from September 1976. I literally just turned 2 months old, or pardon me, 2 years old. This is the first appearance of Richard Rider. We know him best as Nova. This is Nova number 1. The Man Called Nova number 1. So yeah, I'm hoping that Richard Rider finally makes his first appearance in the MCU, and I'm hoping they do the character well. So yeah, Nova number 1 with the first appearance of Nova. There's also some other first appearances in this book, Nova Prime and Zor. But we're here for Richard Rider. And number 10, the final book I'm going to show is, yes, that Spider-Man is my favorite character, and I really had this grand master plan to show off some Spider-Man villains. Well, if I can't show off Spider-Man, I'm going to show off my other favorite character from the Marvel Universe, and that's Wolverine. This is Hulk 181. Enough said. Yeah, I never thought the day would come where I actually got a chance to purchase and have the first full appearance of Wolverine in my collection. But last year that actually got to happen for me, and this is the book that I ended up picking up. So, one of the crown jewels and foundation pieces for my own PC is this comic book right here, The Incredible Hulk 181, introducing Wolverine to the masses. So that's it. That's my non-franchise comic book first appearance challenge. Let's see. Who can I challenge in return? Well, how about we start with my Slab Hub partner. I'm going to challenge Rob's Fat Stacks O'Comics to see what he has for his first appearance challenge. Also, I'd like to challenge Digger Jim. Digger Jim, welcome to the challenge. And last but not least, I like to challenge Taylor Winder. Taylor Winder. Let's challenge Taylor Winder, shall we? With that being said, you three gentlemen, Rob, Jim, Taylor, like me, you're not allowed to use the franchise either. Good luck and enjoy. I hope that you enjoyed this walk down memory lane, and I hope that you enjoyed the first appearances that I got to show you. Until we see you again, Comic Army, take care.